Have you ever just had this warm feeling in your stomach? A feeling that's unexplainable in any language. A feeling that makes you cry, makes you smile, makes you wonder, or just makes you believe. That feeling is the feeling I get when I watch romance in anime. Romance in any form of media connects with the most of us. Just the idea that there's someone out there that is your perfect match, your other half, or the reason that just makes you smile every day. This is what makes romance the most popular genre. So popular that you find it in any form of entertainment, like novels, shows, movies. But in this video, I'll be talking about why I really love romance in anime. When looking at the most popular anime ever, you see some sort of romance in most of these titles. So seeing how popular it is, I'm not the only one that loves this genre. Romance in anime just feels more surreal. The stories that can be told reach levels that no live action anything could ever hope to recreate. Stories like Your Name, Anohana, A Silent Voice, Clannad, Your Lie in April, etc. should never be recreated in live action adaptations. And no, it's not because I'm someone that just doesn't like or even hates all adaptations of anime, but because what really made these shows so great is that they were anime. Anime just has a way of showcasing romance in a way that can't be reproduced anywhere else. The colors, the animation, the music are unparalleled to any other form of entertainment. Your Name and A Silent Voice are perfect examples of how anime does romance right, even though the stories couldn't be any more different. In Your Name, the story revolves around two people that just seem destined to be together, even though they're separated by an unimaginable distance. Then A Silent Voice tells the heart-wrenching story of a boy on the edge of suicide that reflects on his past that led him to that point and how he tries to overcome this by just trying to get closer to that special somebody. In my opinion, the music and visuals in both these films just enhance the romantic feeling we receive as fans. Your Name does a masterful job at putting emphasis on music, while A Silent Voice puts more of an emphasis on visuals. But I'm done talking about these films, as they've gotten their limelight in the community already. Though one day I do hope they get the proper recognition they deserve. But instead I'm going to be talking about why romance is the best in anime. I'm going to speak from the heart to tell you why I love romance in anime more than in any other form of media. Growing up with mostly women in my life, having 3 sisters and most of the cousins I hung out with were female, I have to say that I'm more in touch with my feminine side than my masculine side, and that's fine. I've always been into watching chick flicks, novellas, stuff of that variety. But it wasn't until I really started getting into anime that I realized that I loved the romance genre so much. My first experience seeing romance in an anime was in Dragon Ball Z. I know, that's pretty funny. And no, it wasn't even Bulma and Vegeta. It was with Gohan and Videl. Gohan is arguably my favorite character in anime growing up, and watching him go through his first love like that was something I'll never forget. Watching them is part of the reason why I need some sort of romance in my shonen anime. I'm pretty sure that's why I love fairy tales so much as well. The ships in the show cover up all the flaws for me, I guess. I could also point to Videl being my first waifu, and her tsundere-like impression on my adolescent mind to why I love the tsundere archetype so much. But after watching romance in tiny bits in shonen animes, I needed more. That's when I really started getting into shoujo, and not just anime, but manga as well. Like right now, the 5 manga I'm reading are Horimiya, Masamune-kun's Revenge, Yonor the Dawn, Attack on Titan, and A Silent Voice. That doesn't include the 2 light novels that I've read, which are Spice and Wolf and the SAO novels. By the way, I really need a season 3 of Spice and Wolf. Like badly. But anyways, when I begin to look for new animes to watch, the first thing I do is Google up top anime couples. Cause hell, even one little moment is enough to keep me happy. Kinda weird, I know. But I really appreciate that there could be so many different types of relationship in anime. Or how that some anime have the guts to do something different. While watching live action romance, you know that at the end they'll end up together, most of the time, arguably all the time, with very rare exceptions. But nope, not in anime. Mikoto Shinkai's 10 centimeters per second is a great example when there isn't a happy ending, but rather a satisfying one. Your Lie in April broke my heart in its finale, but it's still probably the best romance show I've ever seen. Just showing how one person could truly make a difference in a person's life. And that right there, that essence, is what I believe I truly love about romance in anime. It's so pure, if that's the right word. So pure that it's impossible to see in this real world. If you watch anime, you know what I'm talking about. Girls get super shy whenever they do anything with the guy they like. For example, getting embarrassed when they say their first name, though that just might be a cultural thing, I don't know, but it's still pretty adorable. Then there's the blush, over just anything. The guy could just be doing the simplest thing and they take it as a confession of love. Hell, even when the guys are the ones that are in love, that's pretty awesome too. You see them really be willing to give up their life to protect their significant other. In real life stuff, it's mostly the male being the dominant figure while the girl is the damsel in distress. In anime, that isn't always the case. While there is the damsel in distress in most mainstream shonen series, other anime aren't afraid of making the female the dominant figure. Many of the top female characters in anime aren't the princess type. They're more of the fighter type or just strong-willed. They aren't shown to need the male lead to constantly save them all the time. If anything, the male lead usually leans on the female lead more often than not. I guess what they say is right. Behind a great man is an even greater female. Hell, my two favorite shows this season are Darling in the Franxx and Karakai Josei no Takagi-san, if I pronounced that correctly. Probably didn't. But in both these shows, the female leads, you could say, wear the pants in the relationship. Now, I know SAO gets a lot of hate, and deservingly so. The fairy arc was pretty bad, even though I did enjoy it to some extent, but it was pretty bad. I really loved how Asuna and Kirito were 1A and 1B in their world in terms of strength. And take my word for it, the light novel, SAO Progressive, does a much better job at explaining their relationship than the original light novel and the original series. And I can only hope that it gets an anime reboot so other people can see why they are probably the most popular couple in anime and light novel, manga, whatever you want to say. Though speaking about SAO and one of its issues, one thing I really hate that anime does with romance is harems, however you want to pronounce it. I really don't like harems, normal ones or reverse ones. And it's not the whole extreme dense lead thing, or even how every girl falls in love for the same guy type of thing. It's the fact that harem feels like it's cheating. One guy not choosing one girl, just kinda stringing all the girls along, or vice versa. I'm someone that's completely against hookup culture. Going to a club and a bar, seeing how many girls I can pick up is something I find boring and just plain wrong at times. I don't know. I believe in talking to one person and that one person alone. And as someone that's been cheated on before, it hurts. And it makes you think. It makes you kind of like question what went wrong, what you could have done to prevent it. And kind of makes you question your worth. But like I said in the beginning, romance in anime just makes me believe. The only bright side in harem anime is that it's somehow the nice guy always wins. And if I'm being honest with y'all, I want to believe that too. With all that being said, I watch romance in anime because it literally just makes me happy at the end of the day. For all the reasons I stated in this video. It brings a smile to my face, makes me believe that I'll find that special someone one day, makes me believe that nice guys won't finish last, and all in all, it's just an amazing experience that I'll never stop experiencing, because I'll never stop watching it. That's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Probably just rambled on I don't even know if I made too much sense in this video. I was just getting my thoughts out there. But if you did enjoy it, drop a like, subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you later. Happy Valentine's Day.